Hey, it's Rena. It's been a night and a day. It just has. Last night we watched the movie Red Panda on Disney Plus, and it was all the feels for me. And Mom stayed awake for it and was like kind of happy afterwards, and it was good. And then as she was in the bathroom, I have this thing. I go through her devices to make sure that there aren't any weird things. And I had to go from her phone to her iPad because of a thing, which was easier on the iPad. Just big fingers, little bitty typing. So she saw me go from her phone to her iPad, and she asked me, "What are you doing?" So I told her, "You have a bunch of messages from people you do not know asking for money." And she went from having told me that she loves me and she trusts me and she's so very happy that I'm with her, to, "Why are you doing that? You're making yourself more important than me. I don't trust you to do that." So we had a screaming match because she wanted to see what I was doing, and I had been just deleting the messages. It's because she's part of several Facebook groups that have cute cat pictures and stuff, but marginal members. And I was just locking down stuff so that she didn't run across it and hit something that she shouldn't. So I showed her one of the messages, and she said, "Yeah, I don't live in North Carolina. Why are they messaging me?" Okay, so let's just delete it. It's like, "No, you don't do anything for me. I do everything." It's just, what? It was a screaming match of asinine proportions. So I am really angry at her. At least at that point, I was really angry at her, and I put her to bed, and I left. That was it. I did not trust myself to do any of the normal rituals. One of the things I do is I work on, like her feet, or I give her a back rub, something like that to help get her into sleepy time. And I didn't trust myself to do it. And my mantra last night was, she's not going to remember this. She's not going to remember this. She is not going to remember this. And she didn't remember it at all. She did not call for me last night at all, which was weird but good. And I did wake up at 2:30 and couldn't ignore my bladder, so I went and looked, and she was in her chair, and I went, okay, so whatever. I'll just deal with this. And she was asleep in her chair. Had gotten herself partially dressed, the whole thing, but she was asleep in the chair without her air hose. Now, when I first went into the room, she was slumped over, and I saw the air hose and gathered up that I was undoing the air hose, and I touched her hand, and it was cold. But then she moved. So it's like, So I got the air hose on her, woke her up enough to get her back into bed. I went to the bathroom. This morning she was mildly happy, fairly easy to direct and such, but that was a moment of, where is my list of phone numbers? Didn't need the phone numbers, but I do know where the list of phone numbers is. So, kind of good, I guess. Yeah, kind of good. Hopefully things will be even today. Things will be calm. I will not have to deal with too much chaos. There is chaos coming in, but that's an entirely different set of problems. But, yeah. And I drew something because it's something I do. I hope that whatever you are going through right now, you can have a mantra, a saying, something to focus on to make a barrier between yourself and whatever is going on. Because I knew, because of my mom's dementia, she would not remember her change in personality, her rage. And unfortunately, I'm reflective, so I raged back. But knowing that she was not going to remember and telling myself over and over helped to distance. And I hope that you have something like that to focus on so that you can have that little bit of shielding between the crap you're going through and yourself. Because sometimes that's all we have. Sometimes that's all we need. So, here we go.